So now kind of how do we get our data into R? So first off, there's a little trick that everyone should use and you will need to include in your R code when submitting your projects is that you have to use comments. So when you're in R, basically everything you type in the R script up here, they read kind of as a code. So if you put in a hashtag or the number symbol, that is how you can kind of write a note to yourself within the R script without it trying to read it as code or interpret it as code. So you put in the hashtag and then you can say load a package. So there's so much that R can do that you almost need to tell it what to do in order for it to kind of run. So since there is so much that the capacity of R to do, that it doesn't have all of its tools, if you will, downloaded at a time because it'd be so slow. So I think of packages as almost extension packs if you're gaming or something. So based on what you want R to do for you that day, you load a specific package. So today we're pulling data from this Google Sheet. As you see here, this should look familiar. This is from your lab. So you want to, our goal is to take data from here and to get it into here. So the first package that we're going to load is library G Sheet. And this enables you to put in data from a Google Sheet and get it into R. Pardon the trying to spell fast. And what's important with these comments is that, especially early on, you're going to be doing a bunch of new things that you haven't done before. So every R assignment kind of basing off of the previous one. So if you kind of write a note to yourself here about what everything actually means, it's really going to help you in the long run. So now that this comment is done, our next thing is that we're actually going to load the package. So the command to load this package is library. So basically, whenever you write library, that is how a package is kind of inputted. And then the package that we want today is G-Sheet. So G-Sheet allows us to pull that data from a Google Sheet here and put it into R. Cool. So what we're going to do is, now that we put this in, notice how this is this right here are in different colors than the green. That means that it's not a comment, it's actually a code. So in order to run this package, you're going to go here, go where it says click run, and hit run. And as you see down here, it's blue and it's successfully uploaded, which is great. So that package is now in R. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to store, so you're not going to type it down here. You're going to store it. So store the spreadsheet link as a variable. And we're going to name it URL. Great. So how we're going to do this is, and I'll kind of write this up here. So, and it's also important that, again, this is a note to yourself. Whatever you write is really going to help you in the future. So kind of the formula for it is variable. So whatever you're going to name the variable, you're going to do this little caret thing, and then the line, and then in parentheses, website address for the data. And you want that in parentheses. So as a code, how this is going to look like is we're going to type in, we're going to save it as URL. You're going to do this little caret, then the line, then in parentheses, we're going to come up here and directly copy and paste this link for the Google Doc and make sure that it's a closed parentheses. Awesome. And now that that is typed out, we're going to hit run. So awesome. Now you see we have our first variable and it's the URL, and it just popped up and that was successful. So that's awesome. But now that we have the spreadsheet in R, we need to get it set as a variable that R kind of better understands. So we're going to do this by loading the data from the spreadsheet that is now saved as variable URL. And we do this by creating a new variable. So our new variable, let's call it diversity data. Diversity data. Same as before, we're going to do the little caret in the line. And now this command is a command that kind of converts these online documents, these spreadsheets, into a variable that R can use. And that's gsheet to TBL. So Google Sheet to table, basically. And then you're going to type in URL. You're going to hit run. And as you see here, this new data popped up. And if you open it, it is exactly what it looks like up in here.